Hey everybody, welcome back to Bones and Brews. So today you're in for a special appetizer treat. We're going to make a special variation of stuffed jalapenos called a Texas Twinkie. So we'll get started with the mixture and then I'll show you how to prepare these. I've got the Humphreys pint already fired up. It's sitting at about 275 because I was doing some other cooking on it already earlier, so we're ready to roll. So we're going to start with, I've got my mixer here, but you can hand mix as well. We're going to start out with about 8 ounces of cream cheese. I had this kind of sitting out for a little bit so it gets softened. Right. Get that in there. Then our next ingredient is going to be, I've got about I hand shredded some sharp cheddar cheese. We'll go ahead and put some of that in there. So it's probably about 4 ounces. Then I've got myself some chopped smoked briskets. I made this brisket 2 days ago, so I saved a little bit of it, chopped it up nice and fine. So I'm gonna put some of that brisket in there. All right. And then I've got my BACKDRAFT rub, which is from CODESSPICES, sorry, which is right across the river here in Illinois. Got a little bit left in the container of the BACKDRAFT rub, so I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there as well. All right. And we are going to go ahead and get that on the mixer. Right. Let that mix up for a moment. Won't take very long. All right. So now we got the mixture ready. I'm gonna let that sit for a moment. And I was able to get my hand on some pretty large jalapenos. I definitely suggest when you make this recipe, use the biggest jalapenos you can find. So I'm gonna take my jalapeno, I'm going to cut it the length of the jalapeno. I'm going to go ahead and leave the stem on the end of it too. Open it up, and then I'm simply going to core it out, get out some of those seeds. If you want it a little spicier, you can definitely leave a little bit of that rind in there, a little bit, some more, at least some of those seeds in there as well. I'm going to get them opened up. Lift up my mixer here. And then what I'm doing is taking just basically a spoonful some of that cream cheese mixture with that brisket. And I'm going to stuff it inside that jalapeno. Get it nice and full. And I'm going to do the partner side of that jalapeno as well. All right, so now both sides are done. I'm simply just going to stick my jalapeno back together. All right, that cream cheese will definitely help it hold together. Then I've got myself some really thin sliced bacon. I definitely suggest for this recipe using a thin slice, not a thicker slice of bacon. And we're going to take some of that bacon and wrap up this jalapeno here. So now I got it together. That thinner bacon seems to stretch really well too around that jalapeno. And then I'm going to grab myself a toothpick. I'm going to run that all the way through, kind of hold it together. All right. And that's how you pre-make your Texas Twinkie. So I've got myself a few more jalapenos here. I'm going to get them all prepared, and then we'll get them on the smoker. All right, so now I've got 8 honking huge jalapenos here, wrapped up, stuffed with that cream cheese and brisket mixture, wrapped up with the bacon. Before I throw them on the rack here in the smoker, I am going to take a little bit more of that rub, and I'm going to just simply hit just a little bit across the top of it. All right. And these bad boys are ready to go on the Humphreys pint. We'll check them out. They should take about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Really just looking for that bacon to get nice and crispy around the whole outside, and then they'll be ready to come off and we'll enjoy them. So let's get them on the smoker. All right, so our Texas Twinkies are off the Humphrey pint. They were on there for about an hour. so big, so much cream cheese and brisket mixture inside. Just really took some time to cook, and I had it going at about 250, 275 the entire time. So they're ready to roll. Let them cool down for a moment, and like every edition of Bones and Brews, today we're going to have ourselves a cold beer as well. So today we're going to have from Melvin Brewing, this is from their Eureka, Missouri location. This is called Scuba Suit. This is an IPA, and it's made with Enigma, Mosaic, and Simcoe hops. All right, so let's give that a taste. Oh yeah, that's really tasty. It's going to go great with these jalapeños, these Texas Twinkies here. Something you can do too when you make these is, if you like, find yourself a good sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. If you just want to drizzle that across the top of these jalapeños, you can do that as well, or people could dip in them. However you want to do it, however you want to serve it, make it work for you. Some people just eat them just like they are. All right, so I'm gonna let them cool a little bit longer. We're gonna take them inside and let the family enjoy these with some leftover clam chowder that we had yesterday. So, all right, like every episode, like us, share us, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you again on Bones and Brews.